everyone. As you know, I've looked through the video assignment, and quite a few people had issues with citing. Some of you didn't cite. Those that did just fine. And I realized that I probably should have gone over citation more. So I apologize for that. And of course, what I'm letting you do is to fix everything without penalty. So I thought I'd just go over citation. And I do want to show you the instructions that I provided just to make sure, because I have a feeling maybe some of you skipped over these directions. So as you can see here in this visual I made, like the steps that you should do, the second step is, write your transcript. This is a short research essay with footnotes and bibliography. So I think maybe part of the problem is that maybe you're not seeing all of the directions. And then I also give you written directions. This is only part of it. Down at the bottom of this particular paragraph, I just say, when you're reading your transcript, you don't have to read your footnotes, and that assumes that you have footnotes. So just be sure to look at all the directions again. Okay, now, so how do you cite? So basically, every time you use a secondary source or a primary source, you need to cite. That means, and I give you a little example down below, if you use Peter Brown's Augustine of Hippo on page 35, then you must properly cite that. And I give you an example here, at least for in-text citation, where you put in parentheses the author's name, comma, year, and then the specific page number that you're referring to. I put here if you use direct quotes, and I give you an example of what these look like. This is when you copy something directly out of a source. You still need to cite that. You can put in-text citation, or you can use a footnote, which I'll show you here how to do that in just a second. So each and every time you summarize someone else's ideas, it must be cited as well. So direct copying, you put quotation marks. Summary, you don't need quotation marks, but you have to cite. You also had to provide or needed to provide a bibliography. Now, bibliography is just a list of sources that you use. And I give you examples of these in the rubric area of Blackboard. So make sure that you look through that. And again, just another tip, make sure you read and reread the instructions, because a lot of times I do describe them and maybe they're not in the best way, the best way that I think they should be, but maybe you saw something else. Read them again. And of course, if you have any questions, ask me. So that's the biggest thing about this. If you have any questions, just let me know. Now I'm going to take us to a Word document here and show you how you can easily do a footnote citation. So let me just type a sentence here. Okay, so I've got this. Now, in Word, you go under the tab References, and you need to set up what style you're using. So I am using, right now except for APA, which I don't use. Sorry, that's my cat trying to make noise. The style I've set to Chicago, which is what I want you to use. Now it's as simple as hitting this button, which says Insert Footnote. So let me scroll up to the top. What it's done is it is inserted the number. And down at the bottom, it's typed a line, and then it's given you the number. So you would, type something like Peter Brown, Hippo, and then all the other necessary information, which is the publisher, the city published, and then the specific page number that you were using. Word has a lot of really interesting features, which I have to admit I don't use, but you can set up your sources here. So you can make a little citation list, and you can create these, and you can tell it how to cite. You can have it cite for you. For example, insert citation. It will do that for you. Anyway, but what I mostly want you to focus on is how to cite. So either do footnotes or, again, in-text citation. And this is going to be a requirement for your essay, which is coming up. If you don't have footnotes or in-text citation or bibliography, the grade is 0, and really it's considered to be academic dishonesty. So you need to know how to do this. You need to know how to cite all of your sources. And again, just ask me if you have any questions or you're confused about something. I'm going to make a video on how to actually start doing a research essay, and you can watch that next.